Hello and welcome back. Today we're diving deep into Canada's new home ownership policies and what they truly mean for the first-time buyers, existing homeowners, and the broader housing market. There's a lot of buzz around the government's recent moves to make home ownership more attainable. But are these policies really working for you? Or for someone else? Stay tuned as we uncover the truth behind the headlines and what you need to know before making your next big move. Let's start by talking about the government's recent shifting in language. When discussing housing, you'll probably notice that they're no longer talking about affordable housing as much as instead they're using the terms like attainable housing or unlocked home ownership. This is a subtle but important change. Affordable housing traditionally means homes that are reasonably priced and accessible to the average person. Attainable housing, on the other hand, simply refers to something you can achieve. It doesn't necessarily mean the home is reasonable priced, just that it's possible to get it. Alberta, with longer mortgages, higher interest, or more debt, the government is being very careful with its wording by talking about attainability instead of affordability. They're shifting their narrative. They want to make it sound like home ownership is within reach, but the reality is it could come at a much higher long-term cost to buyers, especially those entering the market for the first time. Who's really benefiting from these policies? Now let's get into the heart of the matter. Who is really benefiting from these new policies? On the surface, it looks like the government is making life easier for first-time buyers by introducing things like 30-year mortgages and higher insured mortgage caps. But when you dig deeper, you realize that the biggest beneficiaries might not be the young families or first-time buyers. Here's why the government recently raised the CMHC insured mortgage cap from $1 million to $1.5 million. This is a significant increase. It primarily benefits those purchasing more expensive homes who typically buy homes priced above $1 million, not first-time buyers, but existing homeowners and real estate investors looking to upgrade or invest. So while these policies are being promoted as a way to help people enter the market, in reality, they seem to be favoring wealthier buyers and home buyers who can profit from selling higher priced homes. Another key issue here is housing supply. The Bank of Canada and the government are pushing policies to increase home ownership, but what about the supply of homes? One of the fundamental problems in Canada is the housing market, is that there simply aren't enough homes being built to meet the growing demand. And when supply is limited, prices naturally go up. This new policy might stimulate more demand, especially with 30-year mortgages that lower monthly payments, but if there aren't enough homes to meet the demand, we could see an even bigger surge in home prices. Builders might profit, but first-time buyers could end up paying the premium just to get their foot in the door. Let's talk about 30-year mortgage. On the paper, that sounds like a great idea. Lower monthly payments, more time to pay off your debt, and for many, it makes owning a home seem more attainable. But there's a catch. A 30-year mortgage, you're going to end up paying significantly more in interest over the life of your loan. For example, let's say you take out a $500,000 mortgage over 25 years. You might pay around $150,000 in interest, but stretch that out to 30 years and you could end up paying close to $200,000. That's an extra $50,000 just in interest. While this option can help reduce monthly payments, it's not always the most financial sound decision in the long run. If you're a first-time buyer, there are a few things you need to be aware of. First, don't rush into the market just because of a new 30-year mortgage option or other government incentive. These programs might lower your monthly payments, but you need to think long-term. Will you be able to handle the extra interest over the years? Second, consider the state of the market. With interest rates still high and the housing supply limited, prices may not come down anytime soon. In fact, they could keep rising, especially in major cities like Toronto, Vancouver, as well as Calgary. It might be worth waiting to see how things settle before jumping into a big purchase. It's also important to talk about how these policies impact existing homeowners. Many people who already own homes are getting a great position right now. With home prices all-time highs, they're building up a lot of equity which can use to buy more expensive homes or invest in real estate. For these homeowners, the government's policies are essentially luring them to upgrade their homes or expand their property portfolios with less financial risk. The raised mortgage cap, the 30-year amortization option, makes it easy for them to take on larger loans, knowing they can spread their payments out over a longer period. So what does this mean for the broader Canadian economy? While these policies are designed to stimulate home buying, they could also lead to higher debt levels. The Bank of Canada is already concerned about the amount of household debt in Canada, and stretching mortgages over 30 years could worsen the problem. At the same time, if too many people rush into the market, we could see another housing bubble. And we all remember what happened during the last housing crash when the bubble burst. Home values plummeted and many people were left underwater on their mortgages. To wrap up, while Canada's new home ownership policies may sound like a great idea, it's essential to look at the bigger picture. Yes, they might make home ownership more attainable, but at what cost? If you're a first-time buyer, take time to weigh the pros and cons. If you already own a home, this could be a good opportunity to upgrade or invest in real estate. As I always recommend doing your research and talking with financial advisors before making any major decisions. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. Leave your comments below. What are your thoughts on Canada's new home ownership policies? I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.